And I'm Charles.
This is the Capital Friendly Podcast. Welcome back. Today we have three very exciting guests from our concessions team. We have Peggy Garcia and Carol Gabriel, our returning fabulous duo. And they're also joined by Francisco Alonso from concessions. Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Yeah.
Let's talk about concessions.
Let's. There's so much to talk about. There is fabulous things to talk about at concessions.
So I'm curious, how do you guys determine what goes where in the airports?
Well, that's a great question. And let me talk a little bit about the science behind making the decision as to what best concept goes into a specific space. So everything we do begins with conducting an assessment of our existing program. Okay, we have 4 different categories right now in our concessions program. One is food and beverage. The other one is convenience retail. We have a specialty retail. And for our international concourses or terminals, we have duty free. So we truly need to understand how each of these categories are performing before we start making decisions as to what concept goes into what space. We need to understand what percentage of sales are going towards each of these categories. We need to understand how these concession spaces are performing on a per square foot basis and also on sales per employment basis. We need to understand the subcategories as well. Coffee, quick serve, full service restaurants, fast casual restaurants with bars, retail merchandising units, and so forth. So very important that we do the science behind this.
So all this stuff is really thought out beforehand.
Everything, yes. So it takes months and months of business intelligence behind the scenes for us to make these decisions.
Okay.
Another thing that we do that is extremely important in our industry is that we benchmark ourselves with other top airport programs in the U.S. We do that each and every year just to see how each of our categories are performing with these other airports. And then we create opportunity cost analysis where if some airports are performing at a higher level than we are when it comes to sales per employment, sales per square foot, is we want to conduct an assessment as to what those airports are doing different that we can incorporate as part of our space programming and space planning.
Got it.
So those are some of the things that go behind the scenes. Another aspect of our business that is extremely important is understanding our passengers. What our passengers truly want to see at our airports. Today we have 9 different feedback channels where we obtain data from our passengers about their journey as they travel through both of our airports. And I'm not going to go into the details of all these different feedback channels, but what I can tell you is that we collect over 2 million comments from our passengers as to their experience at our airports. We collect this data, we analyze this data, and we put actionable plans to make sure that what we are bringing next to our airports is going to do extremely well for our passengers.
You mentioned categories.
Yes.
What types of categories do well and perform best?
So when you look, and this is industry, not just us, about 60 to 70% of your sales are going to come from your food and beverage, and that's industry-wide.
Aviation, airport industry?
Aviation industry.
Oh.
So most folks are going to buy some type of food and beverage. I can tell you when you look at our intercept surveys, up to 70 or 80% of our employments today buy something at our airports. And once again, about 60 to 70% of those sales are food and beverage. What does extremely well? Coffee. Coffee is the number one always. You also have some quick serves, like your Chick-fil-A's do extremely well at our airports. And then we have some full-service restaurants that also are doing extremely well, creating the sense of place, bringing those local or regional concepts in our area here into our airport, because we want our passengers to experience our region as they come through our airport. So sense of place also does extremely well for when it comes to our categories.
Yeah. So Peggy, we are very excited about our new Concourse E coming to Dulles. What can you share about what's coming?
Oh, wow. First off, We have a lot of new concepts that are coming. It's really exciting. We have about 17 areas that we are under redevelopment right now. I want to start with the food court.
Yes.
The food court, because that's really cool. What's cool about it is there's going to be a children's play area as part of it, and it's all built in, and it just feeds into it. And
No pun intended.
I love the children's play area.
yeah, and it's under a Wendy's theme. And of course, guess what restaurant we have in there? Wendy's.
I would hope so. Yeah, under their theme.
Yeah. So you see the big giant French fry. Anyways, Carol, our favorite sandwich shop is going in there.
Jimmy John's.
We love
James John's.
We love Jimmy John's. Also, we have, hey, I run on Dunkin'. It's a Dunkin' Donuts. She might be a Starbucks lady.
No, I go to Dunkin' myself. I love their hot tea. It's amazing.
Coffee options for everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, there is a
Absolutely.
Starbucks also coming in too. But we also have a Dos Toros. Now, we have a Dos Toros in DCA, so we got that whole Mexican thing going on. And it's very tasty and very successful in DCA. People really like it. We have another thing happening here, for the upscale passenger who wants to have a leisurely drink. It's called the Stratus Bar, and you can get custom-made cocktails.
See you sitting there.
Carol, guess what we have going in? Another one we've tried. Wait. Let me get, she's going to guess. Chicken. Now, who would have thought double frying chicken tastes fantastic?
I would. That sounds amazing.
It does. And Bonchan's coming in. Yes, it is.
Sean.
And while it is not Southern fried chicken,
That's okay.
it is that double fried, it's Korean fried chicken. It is amazing.
Yes.
And coming, I know they have all different kind of flavors. You can get it plain, or you can get it with a honey garlic or
Honey garlic. It's my jam.
Exactly.
You guys are making me hungry.
And it is so good. I am so excited. So excited. for
Okay.
that one.
Now, we also have some pretty cool concepts that have been successful in Dulles. And one that's near and dear to us that we like very much is called Rusty Taco.
Yes.
Okay. So Rusty Taco is located on D Concourse. They're building out there, and they're building it even bigger and better.
Nice.
Yeah. So we're
Yeah.
excited about that. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
We have another one too.
Travel tech. Yes.
Another success story.
That is another success story. And, there is always a need for travel electronics.
Mm-hmm. Forgot my AirPods. Forgot my...
Exactly. And that's where you can pick up your AirPods or a charger.
They've been like number one on our customer service
Yeah.
surveys. Everyone comes back and tells us what a great job that they do. And the people that buy from them, they're buying that higher end stuff. If you forgot your headphones, heck, now is the time to get a new pair, and I'm going to splurge. I'm going on vacation. So it's very successful. So that one's pretty cool.
Exactly. But you know what? One thing that we are adding while we're adding some of these other great restaurants, I do want to highlight vending.
Yeah.
I really want to highlight the vending. Vending is something new that we have really brought into the airports in the last couple of years. We did start out with the Pepsi vending machines and snack machines. And now we have graduated into food vending, and Farmer's Fridge is an amazing concept. Peggy and I had it yesterday.
For lunch, yeah.
For lunch. Oh, God, it was so good. It was amazing. We also have clean juice, which are clean, freshly squeezed juices in a vending machine. And we also have electronics machines. So we're looking forward to having something like that in Tier 2.
Are you aware that there is a Skittles vending machine out there?
What?
We are. And DCA just might see it.
There's also a Cake Boss machine.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah.
The one thing I wanted to add is, when you look at our new Tier 2 East Concourse, it has 3 zones. Okay, you have the Central Market, you have the Zone 2, and the Zone 1. It is very important for us to truly understand what the traffic flows are going to be in each of those zones, and to make sure that we have the right mix of concepts and categories, as Peggy and Carol mentioned, in each of these zones. So Peggy mentioned and Carol, they mentioned the food court. Okay, that's basically a combination of you have your coffee and you have your quick serve concepts there. This is in the central zone.
Okay.
We have also Starbucks in the central zone. We're going to have a travel essentials. We're going to have a full service restaurant. And then we're going to also have a specialty retail that is going to be incorporated into the travel essentials concept. So in each of these zones, we have to make sure that we have the 4-5 categories that we need to service our passengers. Regardless where the traffic flow goes, there's going to be enough mix of categories in each of these zones for our passengers.
So there really is a science behind all of this.
Everything is a science, yes.
Exactly.
We started this years ago.
Yes, exactly.
How are those zones determined?
And that's part of your space planning and programming, okay? And you know, like I tell you, is a lot of data analytics that goes behind the scenes to make sure that, you know, this is specifically concourse. You know, you have 14 different gates, okay? And part of the space programming, they broke it down into different zones to make sure that we have, you know, obviously your gate hall areas, you have your restrooms, you have your concession spaces, you have your airport lounge in an area of these zones. So you have to make sure that you have all the space programming needs in each of these zones to service our passengers.
How do you guys figure out the balance between national brands and local brands in the airports?
I can tell you that the airports, and this is part of our research, the airports that have been able to maximize their sales per employment and sales per square foot have a high percentage of local concepts, because your passengers, they want to experience something unique at your airports. Some are going to look for your national, international brands, but the majority of your passengers want to have that experience, and they want to experience your local and your regional concepts at your airport. So we always aim to have a good 60% balance of local concepts at minimum to make sure that our passengers are experiencing our region as they visit our airports.
So what local brands will we see from the DC area?
Okay, there's one that we don't have in our airports today, and I'm sure you've all heard of it. It's called Honor Brewing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's it's a veteran-owned brewery.
Cool.
But they also have full-service restaurant too.
Okay.
So they're coming in. So that is going to be something we haven't seen before. We have another one, which is more of a higher-end restaurant, and it's called Aventino. It's up in, is it Bethesda, Carol?
It is.
Yeah.
Bethesda.
So that's for the passenger that's got a little longer dwell time, and they want a good meal before they move on. So we have that one coming in. And we're actually bringing in something very cool that we haven't talked about yet. We don't have it anywhere in either of our airports. It's called Gameway.
Ooh.
Do we have a gamer amongst us here? Any gamers? Yeah, a video gamer?
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw the concept in another airport, and it's
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll pay for this nice big high back chair with the nice noise canceling headphones, and you can even get a beer there too. You know, so that's something new that we're bringing in. It's very successful in some of the other airports, specifically the international airports, because those folks do have longer time and their body clocks are all messed up. So this concept will be going strong.
Yeah, I know that was a suggestion from our professional development associates, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah. I remember them talking about it maybe a year or two
That's
ago.
right.
At all
They did a
hands.
presentation on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yes. As a matter of fact, our we have one of the associates from there in our concessions group, and we leaned on him. He kind of gave us some information about that. So it was really wonderful. Now back to one more local concept that I didn't mention. It's called Malarkey. Now it is whiskey. It's a whiskey distillery.
Okay.
And there's one out in Prince William County.
Okay.
Wow. So it's kind of different, and it's going to have a whole little vibe to it.
Yeah.
It looks
It won't
different.
be full of malarkey.
And once again, part of the science too is understanding who our passengers are, their demographics, their segmentations, their psychographics. We have to understand that our relationships with our concessionaires are 10 to 12 years. Okay. So we have to make sure that the concepts, the brands that we're bringing are going to remain relevant for the next 10 to 12 years. And when you look at our passenger demographics, they're changing. You know, more millennials, more Generation Zs, and even our Generation Alphas, they're going to start traveling within the next 5 years. So we have to make sure that we are bringing concepts that are going to be relevant to the next generation of passengers. So.
Absolutely. We've talked a lot about Concourse E at Dulles, but what is going on at DCA with DCA Reimagined?
How about that? So lots going on at DCA, and we're probably past the halfway point, I would think. You know, we're getting new restrooms. We are buttoning up some of our new concessions. We have Nally Fresh and Concourse D that is going to open here soon, very soon. We have Starbucks, a new Starbucks on Concourse C that again will be opening probably within the next, I'm going to say, month and a half. Very exciting. And Johnson & Murphy just started their new store.
Okay.
So we'll expect to see them open by the end of the year. And the end piers of Concourses B and D, they have the 4 concessions that were in each pier have since been demolished.
Yes.
And and you can see how big the end piers truly are. And that's to make way for the new Bus Boys and Poets up at the end of Concourse D.
Ooh, okay.
And the new Mi Vida down in the Concourse B.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're very excited.
Just to clarify, the concourses have not been demolished, just the...
No, yeah, just the concessions in the end piers.
Yes.
And then we will have the end piers or the end pier of Concourse C demoed here in the coming months to get to make way for a Wise Guys Pizza.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Question everybody wants to know at DCA, when is Chick-fil-A coming back?
I know. The opening is expected at the end of December.
Oh, okay.
Mid-December.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to mention for those who love Chick-fil-A, the main reason that we are redeveloping Chick-fil-A is to make it better, to bring a
bigger, better.
better experience. That's a high volume concept. We add in more kitchen space so they'll be able to generate more transactions per hour.
Adding 2 more fryers.
They add in more queuing. So folks, there's be more room for folks to go through the queuing process. But at the end of the day, is to create more efficiencies.
Right.
We want people to be able to get their food faster.
Get in, get out.
Also, the Chick-fil-A, before it was demoed, that was a pre-security location.
Yes.
So it went post-security when we closed off National Hall, and it just exploded from there.
Yeah.
The business just went through the roof from there. And the current build-out couldn't handle it.
Well, going back to DCA Reimagine is all about elevating the passenger experience.
Yep.
We understand that for us to provide the best experience to our passengers, and not just us, but in the industry, restrooms is one of the top priorities when it comes to the passenger experience. But that's one thing. And then concessions too. But also we're adding more seating. We're adding more seating in the gate hall areas, but we also bring in seating into National Hall because we want to create experiential areas for our passengers. So they're not just waiting in the gate hall areas. They can come to the National Hall. They can experience all the beautiful shopping and dining options that we have there. So it's definitely going to elevate the overall experience for our passengers at DCA.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're already seeing the fruits of that labor with the new seating in National Hall, and
love it.
People love it. It's great.
People love it. I see them. They feel comfortable in it. And now that they're freer to walk into the piers, if they have some dwell time, they do come out into National Hall and sit.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one thing I do want to go back to on Tier 2 is our duty free. We forgot to talk about duty free.
Yeah.
So duty free will occupy 2 spaces in Tier 2. They will have an inline space, and they will also have what I call a central or middle space, a walk-through space. And when you come up the escalators into Tier 2, a duty free will occupy the middle area, like called the centrum area, and they will have a walk-through shop there, and that is what they're designing today.
So you'll walk through it.
Walk through it.
Like many European airports.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, I was going to say like Disney World. Or Disney World.
Absolutely.
And that was our thought process on that. You know, we want the experience to be similar to other airports, especially European airports.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But one thing about duty free that we need to say, because what they have is the ability to sell, we call it duty paid. So even though you're not flying international, if you're a domestic passenger, you can still shop in duty free. You're going to pay the sales tax, a Virginia sales tax, but you can still buy in there except alcohol and tobacco.
Okay.
No,
Right.
Good to know.
But you know, a lot of people don't know that. They don't understand that. You know, it's the store says duty free, and they think that if they're not flying international, they can't go in. And I think that was at some point, years ago. But now anybody can go in.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy that candy. You can buy your makeup. You can buy, whatever other thing other than, the tobacco and alcohol.
So before we go, we like to ask our guests
Yes.
one final question. Where are you guys flying to next?
I am a frequent traveler. Okay. I flew out of DCA last year about 40 times.
Wow.
Yes. And I have a place in Orlando. So definitely I'm going to go to Orlando probably in the next couple of months.
407
But part of what we do, part of being in the concessions is, we it's very important for us to attend different industry conferences. We give the opportunity to engage and do business development, but also learn what's happening in the industry. So we know we have some upcoming trips here with we have ACI coming up next year. I believe it's going to be in Nashville, if I'm not mistaken. We have AMAC coming up too. And but go back to your question, Orlando, definitely.
Okay.
Nashville. And possibly I'm going to Dallas, Texas as well here.
Nice.
So
Cool. Carol?
I don't have any trips planned to fly. More an on the ground kind of person, but I mean I do fly when needed.
Okay.
But I don't really have any trips planned at this time.
Okay.
I'm more fun. I'm going to Vegas in a couple
Yeah.
weeks.
There she is, right
Concert,
there.
Okay?
We're
you
going to
gonna
see the
see?
Backstreet Boys?
No, actually, the Eagles at the Spear.
Okay.
Yeah, well, the Backstreet Boys are there too.
The Backstreet Boys are also
Yeah.
there.
One doesn't like to be lifted. He's got height. With a Brian Luttrell. He doesn't like to go on the height. Yeah.
I love that you know that.
Pop culture, baby.
You thought we were old.
I even outdo my 21-year-old.
It's amazing.
Yes.
Well, this has been a fascinating conversation. Thank you all so much for being here. And we are so excited to see what happens next at both airports.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you for having us.
Thank you. Bye.
You know what? After that conversation, I'm hungry.
Me too. It is lunchtime.
Yeah, it's exciting of all the concessions coming to the airports.
I know. Which one are you most excited about?
Ooh, when they said Wise Guys Pizza,
Oh, yeah.
I'm a big fan of pizza.
That one's coming, I think they said to DCA, right?
Yes, I think so. And Bus Boys and Poets is coming. And
To DCA as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Yeah. I am super excited for another Rusty Taco. I love Rusty
Yes.
Taco. They do breakfast tacos all day. Such good. Chef's kiss.
yes, and the vending options. Like all the vending options are coming. Like,
Yeah.
I'm already in love with the sprinkles cupcakes.
What were some other local ones they had talked about? Oh, Honor Brewing.
Yes.
And
But I mean, at the end of the day, there's going to be something for everyone.
yes.
Yeah, and that's the most exciting thing about it.
Yeah. I mean,
With a local feel.
with the local food. And like what Francisco was saying is so true. People love to get a little taste of the local options, especially if they're just passing through. I think that's really great. And those are always things I look for when I'm in airports.
Yep. So we're growing bigger and better.
Yeah. Well, hope everyone enjoyed, and let us know if you have any questions or comments. You can send us an email at info@thecapitalrunway.com. Thanks.
Thanks so much.